Here's Topic. He's got 9. Pass to Jang. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
He may give up a little size, but has the bounce to hold his own.
And your first NBA coaching job was with the Miami Heat, Stan. That was as an assistant back in the 90s, just a few years ago.
Yeah, just a few, Brian. And the Heat have changed a lot. The game has changed. Changed a lot over those years. Look, back then, the Heat were probably the most physical team in the NBA, and it was just knockdown, drag-out fights all the time. Well, that's taken full advantage of the opening. The defense probably willing to give him that one, but I like that he's capitalizing on it.
Here's Houdini. What an incredible scoring display he's putting on tonight. Takes the 3. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. You know, last game they matched up with the Mavs. A tough loss there.
Oh, my, it was a great game. It went down to the wire. Both teams gave all they had, but only one could come away satisfied.
Yeah, this is the kind of game you come away thinking coulda, woulda, shoulda. Sometimes it just doesn't go your way.
Williams with it. Guarded now by Jaquez. Oh, got that bucket in no time at all. Williams has got 8 points.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Here's Houdini. Watch by Wallace. Hits yet again. Wow. Oh, he's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
B.A., it feels like he can't miss.
The Thunder shooting only 38% from the floor. Not great. Holmgren with a screen on Wiggins. Williams from long range. And that one goes. He's shooting 5 of 9 in this one.
Well, he's playing great tonight, but not quite well enough to carry the entire team. They need to find some other contributors. Well, he's just dominating right now. If his teammates are smart, they'll keep getting him the ball.
Here's Topic. 11 points in the game. Wallace up top. Back to Jang. 3-pointer. Houdini grabs a board. Houdini's got 6 rebounds in the game. 19 seconds left in the second period. And again!
And he's been dominant so far in this one.
Shouldering the offense. Really taking it to the opposition. And here is Williams. Shoots over Wiggins. No good with the elbow jumper. And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Miami out in front, opening up a huge gap. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
Man, we've talked about it so much, hard to believe we're almost an all-star weekend.
I'm interested to see which new faces make it this year. This first all-star game for a player. And let's talk now about that first half. What a commanding start for the Heat.
It's one-sided on the scoreboard. Also,
that's it for us. Thanks for
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is out there with Cason Wallace. Then it's Jalen Williams. Then there's Sharp. And it's Holmgren in at the 4. That's the lineup for Oklahoma City. Now here's Williams. Back to Wallace. Over James. They grab their own miss. Stolen by Sharp. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot two. It goes on Bam Adebayo.
There's that man, Gilgeous-Alexander. So tough to contend with his quickness.
Grant, there's a huge difference between talent on paper versus winning.
You're right, B.A., and it comes down to coaching, chemistry, and sacrifice. But I think the biggest thing is effort. All things being equal, the team that plays the hardest is going to win.
Off the mark there with a three.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Here's Houdini. He got it again! Sensational!
And he's been dominant so far in this one.
Shouldering the offense. Really taking it to the opposition. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Holmgren. From downtown. The Thunder with another miss.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
James, outside. Here's Houdini. Gilgeous-Alexander defending. Here's Houdini. And the Heat, another three.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier.
Oh, he packs it down.
That is incredible.
And great awareness. Holmgren's so good at reading the movement of his teammates, a very heady passer for a big man.
Ooh, a great look there. Brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. And the basket by Houdini.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Look, when the three is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Houdini grabs a board.
They've come out a little cold after that halftime break. Just 1 of 5 from the field to start the third quarter.
Ooh, had a nice open look right there. Houdini's got 11 in the second half.
Well, he's been nothing short of fantastic this game, and he has his team in a great spot as this thing winds down.
Ooh, poked away. Fast break, Miami. Oh, and he brings it down with a two-handed jam.
They've settled into this game. You can see the offense is on fire.
Yeah, and that is key for them, continuing to build out this lead.
Wallace, the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Over to the wing. They need this. Driving to the basket. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Defenders just clearing out, and Gilgeous-Alexander came in with a purpose.
Here's Houdini. Non-stop scoring machine right here. Fires for three. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. Holmgren's got rebound number 8 now. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Holmgren. Gilgeous-Alexander, a screen on Adebayo. The offensive rebound. And that one's good. Sharp.
Activity on the glass. That's a possession that could have gotten away from them.
Miami has gone 3 of 5 from downtown here in the second half. Here's Houdini. And up the court come the Thunder. On the break. And Williams punches it home.
Yeah, the guard instincts of Gilgeous-Alexander. I mean, fantastic work dishing the rock to uncover teammates.
For three. Another one falls. Amazing.
This game has his name written all over it.
He has been phenomenal. An offensive onslaught. Wallace outside. There's the three.
Hey, watch him.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, the Thunder have some grit. Coach Mark Daigneault said we compete, and on nights we aren't, we get back to that very quickly. The competition level and the willingness to do it together is the foundational piece. Brian?
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thank you. And Gilgeous-Alexander missing.
Yeah, just a little off his game this quarter. He's trying to work his way into a rhythm.
Here's Houdini. No good on the three. The Thunder have gotten only 4 of 10 shots to fall so far in the third. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Wallace. Holmgren with it. Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. He buries it from 3. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 7 points for the quarter.
Outside, inside, in between, it doesn't matter. SGA is lethal.
In the first half, he handled the ball well, but he's been pretty reckless with it in this second half.
Jovic, he's checked in for Miami. Jerome comes in for James. To the paint. Here's Wallace. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Putting that pass right in his stride. Didn't have to slow up and was able to complete the play.
Come around.
Here's Houdini. Good! That's another bucket.
This game has his name written all over it.
He has been phenomenal. An offensive onslaught. And he bangs it home with one hand.
A 6'6" playmaker, SGA has a great view of the floor.
So it's Miami now. When this one's in the books, they'll be off to Sacramento, taking on the Kings. And that game will mark the end of a 4-game trip. And the basket by Houdini.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 15. And Hero grabs the board.
Yikes, how did he miss that? I mean, he makes 9 out of 10 of those.
Here's Houdini. And it's all from three-point range. The Thunder have gotten 7 of 14 attempts to fall in the half. Here's Wallace. Three-pointer off the mark. And the Heat shooting a legendary 79%. Their offense is just on a tear. Fires the three. Nails it from 3.
Well, they just need to keep getting him the ball. He has been terrific this quarter.
And so it's Gilgeous-Alexander with it. He brings it up for Oklahoma City. Pass to Holmgren. Outside, Williams. Shoots over Hero. Williams' shot is good. Williams has got 17 points.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Their defense has to do a better job of smothering those shooters.
The Thunder have gone 50% from the field in the third quarter, 8 of 16. Here's Holmgren. Wallace outside. Here's the three. Rebound Miami. Jovic has got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Houdini.
Right here.
And again, it's Miami from deep.
Look, this guy is clearly on a heater from deep. If you're the defense, you cannot allow him to shoot it from out there.
Wallace outside. Outside, Williams. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back. Williams has got 20.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
And since the halftime break, their offense has just been on another level.
Well, the coaching staff made some adjustments for the second half, and they've come out with focus and execution.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Williams. To the right side. From deep, Holmgren. The rebound by Ware. Ware's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last. All right, Stan, if you had it your way, who would you want to see in the dunk contest?
Well, Brian, look, I want to go back to the glory days when the most recognizable guys in the game were the ones that participated. Michael Jordan, Dominique Wilkins. I think if we could get guys like Zion Williamson, Ja Morant, that would be fantastic. But it's got to be the names out there that people know.
And it's Miami's ball. They're on a 19-7 run. Another one goes. Incredible.
And he's been dominant so far in this one.
Shouldering the offense. Really taking it to the opposition. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Heat?
Well, they've been hitting threes at a high clip, and the defense hasn't done enough to challenge them at the line. They need to close out and run them off the three.
Well, another major factor in the offensive performance was the fast break, converting on those chances when they get him tonight. He's been just a little off the mark tonight. Really the story of the game so far.
Launches a three, and again for three. Ooh, you can tell he's feeling it right now.
B.A., he's on fire.
Pass to Williams. Offensive rebound. The shot that time not on target.
The other team just looks more in sync and is riding the momentum.
Their body language does not look good right now. They're deflated and unable to stop this run.
Counted from distance.
His big night continues. He is fueling this lead.
Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. 15 points in the game.
And the D can't allow Gilgeous-Alexander to get this positioning, because once he does, he makes you pay.
Miami dominating the game. Jerome passes to Houdini. From behind the arc. And again, it's Miami from deep.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
And for Oklahoma City, they're shooting just under 40% from the field. Slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yeah, making it look easy. Gilgeous-Alexander is so skilled, the ball on a string, and we see him do this time and time again.
And the basket by Houdini.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
One. .51 left in the third quarter here. Outside, Williams. Here's the floater. Rebound by the Heat. Jovic has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Houdini. And again, it's Miami from deep.
Hard to win games when you allow clean looks from the perimeter.
And for the Thunder, they're shooting about 42% in the third. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Shot from the low post is good. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 13 in the second half.
Hey, he's doing whatever he can right now to pump up his teammates.
Looking to slow it down here, run a play.
Which is interesting because they've done much better playing with pace.
Hits the trifecta.
As the deep shots continue to fall, you can sense the frustration growing among these defenders.
Pass to Holmgren. Now Gilgeous-Alexander.
Gilgeous-Alexander lifting off and hammering it down with all he's got.
51 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Houdini. Fires from deep. Connects again from distance. Man, he's really launching him from outside the arc.
Man, so locked in, feeling confident in his three-point shot tonight.
That shot wide open. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 26 points.
Well, there's no question he's carrying the load in this quarter, but he's going to need some help.
Fires the three. And it's Houdini missing. And so it's Gilgeous-Alexander with it. He brings it up for Oklahoma City. Here's the second effort. Pass to Topic. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. No good. Not a friendly rim at all this trip down. Here's Houdini. What an incredible scoring display he's putting on tonight. It'll count. And got it! Another basket! Oh, he's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
BA, it feels like he can't miss.
And so it's the Miami Heat, and they're up an insane amount. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Setting the floor for the Heat. Andrew Wiggins is out there with Gary Payton II, and it's Houdini in at the 2. Buries it from 3.
The defense was just nowhere to be found, and because of that, he adds to their lead.
Yeah, look, the truth is, he doesn't need much space anyway, but that one was too easy.
To the inside, Wood, and the layup is good off the glass.
And now, almost all their points coming from the paint.
Here's Lewis. Here's Houdini. The 3. Good! Another from 3. Man, he's really launching them from outside the arc.
Man, so locked in. Feeling confident in his three-point shot tonight.
Here's Williams. Pass to Topic. And there's a pick. 6 to shoot. Second shot opportunity. Rebound Miami.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without fouling.
Knocks down the triple.
Adds to their lead. They've been able to rely on him all night.
Here's Palmer. Pass to Topic. Here's Wood. Rebound Miami. Jovic has got 7 rebounds in the game. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. And the basket by Houdini.
Well, I know we don't want to jinx it, but he's still perfect from the field. In this quarter.
Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Wood misses. Miami's gone 4 of 4 from outside during the fourth. Houdini. And the Heat, another 3.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the three-point shot.
To the middle. Here's Wallace. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Great pass to hit him in stride. Love to see teammates in sync with each other.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. And the basket by Houdini.
Coming down the stretch, they've leaned on the perimeter game.
Well, if you're looking to get points in a hurry as the game clock's running down, that's certainly the way to do it.
Payton against Williams. Pass to Wallace. Lots of room. Again, Oklahoma City. And so here is Miami. Here's Houdini. Let's go with a 3. Wood grabs the board. Wallace outside. Goes back up. Rebounded by Jovic. And here's Miami. They're on an 18-6 run. And the basket by Houdini.
Absolutely ruthless. He's not about to start showing mercy now.
Yeah, he's leaving no doubt in this one. Doing everything he can to slam the door on a comeback.
I mean, that was just terrific work to stay in control and finish.
Sharp, he's checked in for Wood. All right, Stan, what's one rule you'd change if you could be commissioner for a day?
Well, first thing I want to know, Brian, if I get to be commissioner for the day, for that day, do I get Adam Silver's salary?
100%.
Brian, I'd get rid of all the replays.
All the replays. No more reviews. Human factor.
No reviews, no challenges. Let's play the game and keep the flow of the game going.
Stay there.
We played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Williams passes to Shaw, and down it goes. Jam that one home.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
From outside the arc, and another one.
What an achievement. Passing the great Julius Irvin, the doctor, in career points.
And when you talk to people around him, they tell you no one is more committed to playing at the highest level, especially in big games. Shot on the wing. They get the rebound, and he comes up with a bucket. Wallace has got 8 here in this quarter. Here's Lewis.
Let's go. Move around.
Here's Houdini. The 3 is up. And again, Miami with a triple.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
The 3 is up. Wallace misses. Miami dominating the game. Pass to Houdini.
Hey. Yo, Wiggins.
Lets a 3 fly. Nails it from beyond the arc.
And he was dominant in their last outing. And the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
Payton against Williams. Payton's shot is good. Payton's gotten his first basket of the night.
Well, you know, it's already tough to play like this at home, but it's even tougher to do so on the road.
It sure is. They've certainly accepted the challenge. The trick now is to sustain this effort.
Outside, Williams. Here's Wallace. That one's off. Still out of sync. They're enjoying a sizable lead.
And what I like, B.A., they haven't stopped pressing the issue.
Here's Houdini. There's the triple. Palmer pulls it in. From 17. Second chance shot. Williams from long range. Sends it home from three-point land. Williams has got 23 points.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Watch outside.
Here's Topic. Outside, Williams. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Payton passes to Lewis. Here's Houdini. Connects again from distance.
And this three-point shooting performance has been insane. Everything is going in for him.
It's been a historic night for him, closing in on the fourth most threes in a single game. Pass to Wallace. Nice dish, and the layup goes down. Wallace has got 14 points now in the second half. So it's Miami now. Here's Houdini. Fires in the triple.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
And Williams has got the ball here for Oklahoma City. Coach, what's the challenge of NBA travel like?
Well, look, all of us in the NBA just have to come clean on this. We travel on first-class charter.
And again for three.
Another three for him. I'm not sure I've seen a better three-point shooting night.
Well, he's just pouring it on, and he's tied for the fifth most triples ever in a single game. Can't hit that one. Good D by Payton. Here's Houdini. Oh, connects again.
And he's been out of this world tonight. I mean, unreal on the offensive end.
boy, the points just keep adding up. Close to the fourth most points ever in an NBA game. Pass to Palmer, looking to win the run. Drops in the three. Palmer's gone 1 of 3 from distance. Here's Houdini. No good from outside. Oklahoma City's gone 2 of 6 so far in the fourth. Wallace misses the three.
Well, he's trying to shoot his way out of it from distance, but look, he's got to find something easier.
Connects again from distance.
The parade of threes has no end in sight. He just keeps knocking them down.
And that latest triple ties him for second for most threes in a game. What a monster performance from deep it's been. Outside, Williams. One of the biggest challenges for coaches these days, Stan, is roster turnover. How do you deal with the player movement?
Well, look, Brian, it's to be expected, first of all. It's second.
Good! Another from three.
And he's topped his own personal best, a new second-place mark for most single-game triples. He is never shy when it comes time to launch.
Not at all. Casting away and making a little history in the process. What a privilege to be here to witness this. He's as good as it gets from long distance.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in.
And looking to shoot as many threes as possible. This kind of confidence, impressive to see.
Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Williams has got 5 points now this quarter.
Strong performance from him, but he may need to do even more if they're going to win this game.
Here's Houdini. Off target with the three. And Oklahoma City shooting around 34% during the fourth quarter. And there's contact and a whistle. So he's got 2 shots coming up. The first one falls. Jovic, he's checked in for Miami. James comes in for Wiggins. And Williams drops them both. There's a minute 59 left in the final quarter. Here's Houdini. Yet another bucket.
Well, folks, he's now bested his own single-game record for points in a game with this simply incredible offensive explosion we watched unfold. Congrats to him for now holding down 2 of the top 3 spots all time.
And we get paid to sit here and watch this excellence? What a special experience indeed. The emotion, the effort, the intensity throughout this game has been remarkable to witness, and everyone in this building recognizes the brilliant piece of basketball history that we've been lucky enough to watch.
During this final quarter, he's erupted from outside the arc. Just assume every three he takes now is going in. And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Heat.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
And with another win in the bag, they've racked up 46 total on the year.
And they meet just twice, so taking the first meeting means a lot to this team.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Houdini.
Well, offensively, they needed him to be aggressive, and he delivered. What a game.
On target from range.
He made the most of that opening, teaching the defense a lesson.
Lewis passes to Houdini. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
And he just powered through contact, trying to complete the play.
And that's good as he hits both shots.
I'm coming.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And there's the drive, and the layup is good.
And Gilgeous-Alexander is so assertive on the drive, confident at finishing through contact.
And here are the Heat. To the wing on the left. Here's Houdini. Connects again from distance.
Oh, my. He is scorching hot. Another three.
And he's approaching the franchise record for threes in a game. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Sharp. Rebound Miami. 15 seconds left to play in the fourth. Pass to Houdini. 4-3. And it's good. He hits another one.
And he's nearing the single-game franchise scoring record.
Absolutely on fire. Already a night to remember and approaching some history. So it's the Heat winning this one.
$30,000 points is special, and no one has gotten there quicker than you.
Son, you win so many games, I'm running out of things to say. They don't even know what's coming for them.